is an agenda that has gone from acceptance to appreciation to celebration, and now they are going to force participation. And that's why we have to stand up to this.
The agenda that we're dealing with in America right now is an environment whereby it seeks to silence those that disagree with it. And it begins with Christians, those that would hold to biblical values.
In the personal story segment tonight, the war on traditional values. This fall, the Home and Garden TV network was scheduled to debut Flip It Forward, a show starring twin brothers Jason and David Benham, who turned fixer-uppers into dream homes. But after a far-left blog highlighted some anti-gay marriage and pro-life comments they made, including a rally they organized, liberal activists demanded the network pull the plug on the show. On Wednesday, the network did exactly that, axing the show from its full lineup.
This agenda to silence men and women of faith, and really to silence anyone that disagrees with this sexual revolution, the ceiling has become the floor. You look from Obergefell in 15 and now to where we are today, where Jason and we were actually fired for simply voicing our opinions about marriage and sexuality within the context of marriage. The gains are being pressured because they simply attend a church that has a pastor that speaks about our traditional beliefs. This is an absolute witch hunt, and we knew we had to come to their defense.
Yeah, the Gaines have not said whether they agree with all these things that their pastor has said. The question BuzzFeed is raising is, do they? And just to set the stage for the audience, this is the pastor. His name is Pastor Siebert, and this is the church that the Gaineses attend. Let's just listen to the controversial comments that BuzzFeed is focusing on. Listen.
This is a clear biblical admonition. So if someone were to say marriage is defined in a different way, let me just say it this way: they are wrong. Obviously, truth number one, homosexuality is a sin. The lie, homosexuality is not a sin. The statistics say that over 90% of people that are in a full-blown homosexual lifestyle were abused in some way, physically, sexually, mentally.
Jason, that last one in particular has caused a lot of controversy as just not supported by the facts or the science. Your thoughts?
Well, our thoughts are that God's blessings are found within God's boundaries. And when you remove God's boundaries, those blessings are replaced with burdens. And true love involves compassion with standards. If you remove one or the other, this pastor has done is something that we encourage other pastors to do, is to actually stand and say, what does the Bible say about marriage? It's not that difficult. And you know, when we have pastors that are backing out of this hot topic issue right now, this is why the thought mafia can come in and try to get the gains off of their show. And so we don't need this anymore. And this is why it's such a great time for Christians to actually stand up and say, look, we love all people. We're not anti-anything. But God's blessings are found within God's boundaries, and we need to live within those boundaries.